thing I like about performing with Lennon Scott is when it comes to the rehearsals to getting to the show, there is no clowning around. Serious business.
I really enjoy watching Randy play. He's a great drummer. He's very exciting, he's dynamic, he's fully animated, and when you watch him play, it gets you all fired up about the music.
Phil Collins is a name that comes to mind when I think about Randy and his playing. You know, even to this day, Phil Collins is one of my favorites of all time. And I can remember, you know, I'm a little older than Randy is, and I can remember back in the day when I was in grade school listening to the old Genesis stuff, and even the tone that Randy gets out of the drums. It's that old Genesis, Phil Collins, Chester Thompson sound.
I'd say the thing I like best about Randy's drumming is that he's very musical when he plays. I feel like he plays a song with dynamics and with a lot of heart.
My main influences are Buddy Rich, Gene Krupa, Neil Peart, John Bonham, Mitch Mitchell, Stuart Copeland, and by far the Beatles. Just overall, those are generally my influences. So the Lennon Scott band was originally formed by me. I was playing drums for years for big names, no names, all names really, and I really got tired of just playing everybody else's tunes. So I started writing songs and formed the band because obviously I needed other band members. It just couldn't be all me, and that's pretty much how the band was formed.
I've studied music since I was 7 years, classical music. Then I got into rock during the 60s, and jazz, I listened to jazz anyway, and blues I've always liked.
I might go insane. I really need to know.
because I play the various instruments. I'm able to use all of them for the different types of music, which is, to me, that's great. I enjoy that. Great stuff. And so I just listen to that, and now I'm able to play it, which is nice. I enjoy that with good musicians. That's the key. Good musician.
That was the one thing that impressed me. These guys are serious. You know, we had a few beers and stuff, so that really impressed me. We went to the studio. He always had a surprise. We go to the recording studio. All of a sudden, you know, having a photo shoot. Now this interview, documentary, and this guy is serious. I mean, this guy is like, you know, rehearsal studio. Out of his money. He's like, this guy is. And that's when I knew that through the Lord's help, I knew like this wasn't luck. This was a plan. This was destiny. Luck is winning the lotto. That's luck. This is not luck. This was meant to be.
I met Randy playing in a worship band at Media City Church in Burbank. And we both enjoyed each other's playing, and he invited me to play with Lennon Scott and record with them on their upcoming album. And I played saxophone and keyboards with the band, and on several of the songs on the album. And then we also later played many of those songs live, which was brought a whole new dimension to the music, and it was really cool. I played on the album Lennon Scott Returns, had the chance to play sax, do sax arrangements, play flute, keyboards, organ, and there were a lot of great songs on that album, and I had the chance to play on many of them. I'd say my favorite of the ones I got to play on was A New Day, which I really liked the positive energy and just the upbeat feeling that came from it. And I would say my favorite song on the album, I didn't get to play on, and that was The Weather Condition. I really like the simplicity of the guitars and the vocals, and just the way that song comes across.
Over the time that I spent with Lennon Scott, it was real special to work with these people. The unit that Randy selected for his band, Lennon Scott, was a group of just real special people, unique people, and we all just got along. We all really liked hanging out with each other. We always had a good time when we were hanging out. It was always a positive experience, I think, for everybody that was involved in the project, no matter whether it was performing live or recording or prior to the gig or after the gig or whatever the case may be. It was always made to be a special time for everybody that was involved, and I think it's pretty special when you have a group of people that are in a band and you're dealing with egos to be able to always be positive and always look forward to the next time that we're going to see each other, or always just respect the time that we're able to spend with each other.
Randy and I met in high school back in the dinosaur age. We had been playing together in the jazz band, and we talked about playing in a band. But I didn't think he was serious about it until one day he tells me, he invites me to the show he's doing. So I show up, and to my surprise, at the very end of the show, they're announcing all the next year's band members, and they announced my name. So I looked around thinking, what am I supposed to do? So I ended up walking on stage, and I'm looking around going, what just happened? So then that's how I found out I was playing with Randy full-time the next year. favorite Lennon Scott song is Forever. And the reason for that is I think of all the songs that we do, that's the one song that shows you what the band is all about. It has a nice groove and everything, and it shows you how we as musicians come together and just kind of let our feelings out.
So Randy comes to me one day and says, hey man, I want you to shoot this video for me. I got this song, Weather Condition. And he plays it for me. And I listen to it, and I basically think to myself, you know, this is like some Dylan stuff, man. This is like some old school, really cool, you know, got that Moody Beatnik thing going on. And I came to him with this concept, and I said, look it, let's do it like old school. Let's do it like they did in the 60s. Let's do it with, you know, takes. Let's not pre-record it. Let's do it basically live.
When Randy hit me up to do the weather condition video, I was thrilled for the opportunity. We had a really great time practicing, planning, wardrobe changes, and Randy and his tube of mascara. I was like, what? And he's like, oh yeah, dude.
So as I was filming the video, I start noticing this energy, this communication that's happening at a higher level, which for me, you know, I've seen, but it's been in projects where people have been working together for a long time. You know, here we are on a shoot, it's basically, you know, a couple hour shoot, and I start seeing this chemistry happening, and I honed on it as a director. I started really using it as a tool to communicate the story of the weather conditions.
Never fear, the king is here.
What I like about Lennon's stuff is that he comes in, he says, okay, we're going to put down the guitar part. It's like, boom, we throw up the mics and get the guitar and the vocal, and he puts down a lead vocal on the guitar, and it's like, that's half the song right there. That's the initial track. And then it's like, okay, next part, next part, next part. There's no like, okay, it's going to take us, you know, 3 hours to get a drum sound or anything like that, because I already have the drums set up. I don't have to do that. And Randy knows how to play. It's great. We just set it up and we go. So what I like about it is that we can get songs done quickly. We're not spending 10 hours to do one rhythm track.
tomorrow's another day. Straight ahead, the path will lead the way.
The albums are very eclectic. They've had seasons of time in the music as well as the recordings. The first album, Casa Allegra, was actually recorded in the apartment that I lived in called Casa Allegra. That was predominantly me recording almost all the parts. The next album, Lennon Scott Live, I started bringing in different players and original band members. And after that, we had another Revelation, and that was a kickoff from an album called Revelations, which was the soundtrack. And people played on that were not Lennon Scott members at all. And to date, we have Lennon Scott Returns, which has new band members and old band members. The band had many different seasons, I would call it, and we have our recording sessions, we have our writing sessions, and we have our live performances.
I went down and walked a golden road, but it ain't filled with cracks and open holes. Don't let life take your mind and be controlled. Give it to the one who saves your soul.
What I like about performing live with Lennon Scott would be the quality of musicians that I get to work with.
Lead me and follow. Lead me and follow.
The music is clear, it's concise. The bandmanship is excellent.
I went down and walked a golden road, but it ain't filled with cracks and open holes. Don't let life take your mind and be controlled. Give it to the one who saves your soul.
Yeah, the thing I enjoy the most about playing with Lennon Scott Live is the caliber of musicianship that happens. All the players are really high quality. You know, everyone's on it. You know, we can cue off of each other, and just the excitement of, you know, it's always a new and exciting experience. You know, changing up the material, and you know, it's always good times.
I went down